Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's episode of Curse of Shadow, The Tales of Sean. My name is Jonathan, aptly known as Zior amongst the party. Tonight, I'd like you to sit back and relax, grab a drink, grab some snacks, and get ready for another Misfits adventure in this world. Remember, you can also follow us on Facebook and like us on YouTube under the D20 Misfits. Wow, fuck that up. Anyways, and don't forget to hit that notification bell when you do. That being said, we're going to turn it over to the resident dungeon master so he can do a recap.
Welcome back. So the last time we last left off, the party had left Valaki, traveling down the main road of Barovia, coming into various crossroads of cracked or worn signs that have been destroyed, and trying to reallocate these signs to know where they point to correctly to keep on the track. They did come to the crossroads, found a clearing. In this clearing, they heard rustling, twig snaps, a small or a raven flying overhead. And circling a couple times like a bird of prey, one of our Ryu decides to send his little rat out to investigate as this raven lands nearby, thinking maybe it's a keeper of the feathers. Unbeknownst to the rest of the party, or that these keepers of the feather shared contact with the rest of the group in order to tell that these brave adventurers who left Valaki came to be a part of this organization. As the raven took up one last time and noticed that there was a rat, dive-bombed down and quickly dispatched other rat, leaving a poor Ryu petless for the moment, as a dead carcass of a rat is dropped by his feet. And then the raven did go back to nearby bushes and transformed. So it was indeed a were raven, part of the keepers of the feather, but looked sick, like something was wrong. With Noella's medicine check, determined that this were-raven was indeed poisoned. Finding out location of where they'd been to retrace steps, the were-raven came from the Wizards of Wine, another stronghold for the Keeper of Feathers. As he relates that this place, the Wizards of Wine, this winery, this vineyard, has been attacked by these walking trees and other forms of dark creatures, that maybe has been poisoned or anything of that nature. And aiding him, getting him on his way, him and the small band of other keepers of the feather hiding nearby in case a misfortune were to befall on the players. Received information and I lost my words. Right. After gathering the information between the Keepers of the Feathers and there about the attack of Wizards of Wine, or of the vineyard itself, party was coming closer to where they found themselves in a clearing with twigs, with these tree-like entities that were hiding in plain sight and then coming alive and attacking. These bush creatures, these tree creatures, if you want to call them, ranging from very small to, well, mostly were small, and then a person in tattered robes with a staff as a druid was perhaps leading these group of small trees into their possession, or into the party's thing. As they quickly dispatched them, it was back to finding the trail and continuing further along the ways. And that is where we last left off, so let's go back and see what they're going to do next.
Oh, there's a trash can right there. I'm good.
I mean, that works.
Recording is in progress. Hi,
So, before we delve into this, finish the campaign, I do have something for the party. Who is right?
Daddy brought
So, because you guys found one of the first items of power, I went out and got it. The holy symbol of Ravenkind. Painted, detailed. And since you are in possession of it,
You applause. Just gonna hide the symbol betwixt her chest.
well, that's why I put it on Slipknot so you can be adjusted. But there. So now the first item of power. Trust me, I've been trying to find anything to resemble some sword. I don't think they're actually going to give me an actual sword. So I don't.
I will buy a goddamn sword.
No, it's not. Well, a sun sword will be like a clear resin blade with yellow and orange lights in it to give
You
it
have to have
as the
someone
sun.
that has a
That's that shit.
thing. Yeah.
We did the silicone mold. We just need a sword. You've got plenty of those.
So do
Yeah,
I.
Big silicone mold.
That's what we have to do is put this together before we do it, right?
What?
Shut up, stomach.
Continuing down the track of the trail as it comes to yet another crossroad. You see a weather-worn signpost next to the road. The three arms of the sign point along the three branches of the road. The arm pointing north reads Crescent. And through the woods, you can see an arching stone bridge spanning a river. The arm pointing east reads Vallaki. And the road slopes up gradually in that direction. The arm pointing southwest reads the Wizard of Wines. The road slopes gently downward in that direction.
There's our sign.
Well, Z, I know you're the one that knows everything about the maps and whatnot, but I'm kind of positive we should go that way. This says Wizards of Wine.
Sibinak and Zior. As you guys are at these crossroads, you see a glint from a wood filled, like a patch of woods coming from the southwest, a glint. You can almost see a human, like a human, small human being going.
What's the come to you?
I'm stuck.
Well, only you two guys see that.
I'm still looking at Z the entire time. I'm looking up at him like, Kitty, where did we go?
Are we following the sign?
Sun at the west side.
So the little man is motioning to us.
Correct.
To come towards him. It's a little man.
I guess so.
There's a little man.
Little man.
So little man over here in the woods stack.
Oh,
Does
It's
that,
a little blinking.
that seems not ominous
Yeah, that
at
doesn't
all.
scare-
Let's go meet the little I mean, I'm a little person.
I mean, he's-
You like Flair to quote one of my favorite movies. Yeah, that's not pretty good.
He's probably your size.
He's signaling to us. You know, the last group that came across tried attacking us.
Yeah,
But we
And
were-
then they did.
we were smart and used our brain and our voices and we didn't attack them either. We didn't set them on fire.
Well, no, technically, the last group attacked us. They were a bunch of trees and a lady or man to control the trees.
Yes.
All right, so we walk towards the little man, motioning us. That's a little bit.
Hey, little man.
Hey, little guy. I
Some little
mean,
fella.
my size person, I can do it.
I was gonna say it would be really to
That's what I said. That's how I first got. She's like my size person, I can do it.
So before we go, let's have our weapons all ready, but not have them pulled out.
She's just been slugging around with her rope and hammer.
As I look at Z, like,
His weapon is on hand, in hand, armed. He's armed. I'll take her.
love it.
Have fun with that does.
So, what are you doing in this neck of the woods? I don't know whose neck of the woods it is. But
Approaching it, you do see a kid, probably about in his late teens, almost 20s.
it's your rifle.
That's what it. Yeah. See,
That-
behave.
You see a kid.
where's
That's
the cat tree?
probably in about his early or his
Late ball of
teens,
yarn.
early 20s. And Z walks up. What was that for? I don't know. I just have a thing with kids.
Sociopath with a long history of violence.
Throw your hammer, so he will go after it. But
Just like. Punching over. Hi. How are you? Human thing? Is it a human? Hi. How are you, human child?
You have a fever.
Yeah,
Wouldn't surprise me.
My gosh. You okay there?
Oh my god. Anyway,
Hi.
what are you doing here? It's not safe.
Not being all isn't well?
Who the fuck are you?
Who are you?
I'm asking her this question.
If you're traveling this road, turn back now.
Well, why are you on the
for teenagers,
You look
your
fine.
voice got really deep.
Someone,
He went
someone-
through puberty
someone
real
yanked
quick.
me out real fast, like,
He's just turned back now. No,
Oh,
I'll
he's
just go.
going.
No. Yeah, we're not going to do that.
We run the vineyard. It's not safe at the moment.
we were sent to the vineyard by friends.
My friend. Okay. And he kind of goes, well, then get out of sight. Come in.
Goes back to clothing. Just watch the cloth for the
6'5", 6'8",
somehow robot cat. Sure.
It's just he says get out of sight, and I would do it still.
With her cloak on, it just looks like there's a piece of cloth.
Outside of mine.
Into this little clearing of what these woods will give. There's about 9 people. Mostly children, besides
Oh god, children of the corn!
1 or 2 adults.
Thank you.
Some children, person children.
That are there.
I'll start talking like a character
And
on the hills this weekend. I'll irritate the shit out of y'all.
and you can see in there that there are a couple of children of these children who are in fact transforming into were
As far as one of these kids is Ezekiel, or whatever the frick his name is, I'm out. I mean, I look like a kid, so I'm safe. Y'all are fun.
So some look like were ravens at the moment. Some are just normal in normal human form.
While following, she kind of, don't believe I was pleasant enough to ask your name. We're just following. You don't know us. We don't know you. We're just...
I am Adrian, the eldest son of Markov family.
Mark. Oh, yeah. You guys were the ones that helped make the food.
Yes. We were just doing our normal routines in the helping out dad and mom in the vineyard when these tree-like beings came at us and started ransacking and raiding and just coming into our vineyard, and we got out as fast as we can. They kept our dad there as a hostage.
Well, we've had a run-in with tree people and their puppeteer.
He sounds so calm that like this is just a normal occurrence. Everything's fine. Shit will work itself out.
I mean, all is well.
No, not all was well. It's a normal occurrence. On a daily basis, everything's gonna be fine. Dad's gonna be released.
Other than the tree folk, we had a friend of yours that worked in the brewery. He seemed really out of his gourd. I'm guessing from testing the newest red of the Red Dragon. Anybody else seem a little from maybe the wine drink?
No, we were getting out when they came in, some of them had these vials that they were just dumping in, and we were assuming that they were tampering with the brew. And
That was the tree folks that were doing that?
Did you notice maybe the color from the vials?
I didn't stay there and analyze. We
Oh
got
no,
out.
I'm not asking them. It was just a curious question.
We left. Some in the panic, like these kids, like my younger brother and sister here, and our friends, 4 kids. They in a panic, they transformed and took off and just got them now to calm down.
Was there any humans with them?
Not that I know of.
Was there anything weird that happened before these two people showed up? But anything, even if it was just a little, you're like, maybe it's nothing.
Not that we know. They were coming after. They kept on saying, "Get the seeds."
For the
And
brewery?
in a sense, yes.
What are these seeds? If I may ask.
There are 3 seeds that it kind of look like a pine cone, but they glow and are translucent and
Trees looking for tree seeds.
It's the babies!
and they give a glow. There's a green, a yellow, and a blue, I believe, is what they are. And they're about the size of a pine cone, and they are, if not glass, they are very shiny looking.
Are
rocks.
these normally kept at the brewery or elsewhere?
They are kept in the brewery because they help make these drinks.
Then we're definitely
Shiny
gonna have to,
rocks.
We're definitely gonna have to investigate because if they're already gone, then that might not only been the only round of trees.
He's not here.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Shiny rocks, yeah, that's what he says there. I know what you're getting to,
Mm,
but
So the crystals.
crystals, gems, or whatever, there are 3 seeds. I know where 2 are, but I do not know where the 3rd would be.
What's the one that's missing?
They're all missing.
Okay, the 2 that you know where they are, what colors are they?
I believe the green and yellow are in 2 locations. They spat out. One was more southward, the other one is east.
And the other
The-
one?
Players. Zero's already put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, Noella's completely fucking lost. Player, DM, player, Jesus. I don't have no fucking clue what's going on.
Jesus, take one.
Who had the glowing blue stone?
Oh, I know. And where did he get it from? He said he got it from Tikatoni. Was there a blue stone?
There's a blue, a yellow, oh no, sorry. Yeah, no, green, yellow, and red. There's no blue. But they look like pine cones. They don't look like anything else. That's what they look like. Like a crystal pine cone is what they look like. All emanating 3 different glows of color.
Has anyone in your group in need of assistance? Medical or otherwise?
We're just mainly frightened, and that's it. We're just trying to get out of here before we either caught scent of us or we just want to get to safety.
Well, if you guys are able to maintain your form minus that, you could possibly go see Danica and Mervyn. Stay there. I mean, it's a bit of a mess right now, but
That's a shit show and in shambles.
at least you would be with them. And if they send you elsewhere, then maybe it's somewhere safer. But if the winery is not safe, I wouldn't say stay open around here because when it gets dark, it usually goes off.
And you hear as you're saying these names and talking about it, one of the youngest sons, or what looks to be a young son. It's like Uncle Irwin and Aunt Danica. I want to go see him.
I think you guys might brighten their spirits.
And a more adult female comes forward. We try to keep a close knit family of friends, as it were. So to the kids,
It's not
they
bad.
are their uncle, but we share the same.
Understandable. But that's what I mean. I do warn you. It is a bit of a mess. Some things happened in the town around Danica are fine.
The blue water end is
Well, the blue water is a bit of a shamble. But if they're good to see you guys, maybe they'll plan to have you guys elsewhere for now until we send word that everything's cleared out of the area. So you don't have no more tree people coming to the town.
We've actually ran across another group of friends.
Your scouts.
Those are probably the ones that took off ahead to see if the pathway was clear.
Well,
When we
a
were
little out of his head. because of the,
Poisoning.
you know,
Well, we figured something was up. We just couldn't tell what it was.
she fixed it though, she helped.
So you said there's still one of your kind at the winery being held hostage.
My dad, Donovan, is being held there by these tree creatures, if whatever you want to call them.
Ants?
It's been they're holding him hostage either for, if anything else, because if we I mean, the only thing I know is that the third one, I don't know which one it went to. He might still have it on his possession just to keep the vineyard safe.
And if he's not gonna give it up, you're gonna try to make him.
I don't want to even think about that.
You don't let it happen.
But I do know that when we were leaving, the vineyard was starting to, more and more of these creatures were starting to gather around our vineyard. So, last I can tell, is over 30 were there, but I don't know what's left.
That sounds like a fun time.
Let's go fuck some shit up.
Go cut
Well-
down some trees.
My advice, follow the scouts. The way we came was perfectly fine. Try to keep up with them. Go see Jenica and Erwin. At least let them know what's going on. Let them know you're safe. Try to recuperate and try not to weird out. Unless you're out of the cabin, try. Some people are jerks in a lighter sense. But at least you guys will be safe in these trees, because if anything happens, we don't want them trying to march this way and be on foot.
We will do our best to get out of here, but watch, if you're going there, please be careful. I don't know what else is in there, and I don't want to take you guys. I mean, if you guys are going to do it, you guys will be forever in our debt, as well as the keepers. But just, if it gets too hairy, there's no harm in running.
Well, thank you for the information that you provided. We'll try and get word to you as soon as we have an outcome of the situation.
Well, you know, a little bit.
I'm guessing the ravens around the area kind of.
It's not. She's not trying to sound like, oh, you're ravens. They're ravens. They understand you. They're different friends. It's like,
I mean, there are some that are in our bird form, but they're mostly just seeing if the battle were to change, or if somebody were to take over, they're there to assist if possible. But they're keeping their distance because they are far few than what is there.
Oh, I only mean that if and when we take care of this, if one of the birds could possibly send a message or something to you guys discreetly. If we can't make it in time, because we also have another place we have to go to check on some scouts. But this is where we're going first. This is what we plan to do.
But once we can, if you guys reestablish this foothold of our keep or our home, as it were, you'll be indebted to as much as you can drink. If
Oh.
not a forever lifetime of coming
you
here.
guys are all like sparkling.
And as safe passage if you're traveling further into Barovia and need a place to hide out. Once reclaimed, we will gladly assist.
It's a little hand out. Don't even have to tell them you know local race. We're doing this because we want to. Now, you guys should probably go get safe, unless you guys have anything else to do.
If we exchanged enough of the juice. If you have that for it.
Titty,
You already put my sword through something.
Let's move forward.
and back on the shore she goes.
You guys
Let's
have-
go.
You guys have a safe travel. I would say hopefully we'll see each other again, but it won't be hopefully. We guarantee.
I'll take your word.
Walking the right way.
As you guys begin to follow this path, more and more you guys are looking to pass R. About right there with you guys. And I believe that gives us to you. So far, so good.
Yes, indeed, we're walking. Holy shit, we're walking. Move us further. Oh, it's a really good rain.
A light drizzle begins to fall.
Great.
Unpainted fences blindly follow the trail, which skirts north of a sprawling vineyard before bending south towards a stately building. The fog takes on ghostly forms as it swirls between the neatly tended rows of grapevines. Here and there you see rope-handled half barrels, probably used for hauling grapes. North of the trail is a large stand of trees. Situated in the midst of the vineyard, the winery is an old two-story building with multiple entrances, thick ivy covering every wall, and iron fencing along its roofline. Trail ends at an open loading dock on the ground floor. A wooden stable of more recent construction is attached to the east side of the winery, next to the loading dock. West of the winery is a crumbling well in a wooden outhouse.
How many days is it?
Hmm?
How many days is it? Survival check?
Okay.
Before we get too close, it's raining and stuff right now. I'm going to cast prestidigitation and do a shower of sparks right in front of Noella here. To just scare her as much as possible.
14.
Okay. Roll a intimidation check and roll an insight check.
Girl, fuck six.
Okay, so as there you see these, as the rain, as the slight drizzle comes right before you, just see.
Your eye was always up.
Is everything okay?
Y'all didn't see this work?
What's work?
So flashing lights like directly in front of me.
Listen, you're
Like
not
lightning
supposed to
hit.
talk about lights flashing before you because that means you're done.
You haven't even gotten to the wine yet.
Z, did you see?
I'm trying to determine what time of day it is.
It is about probably
I really don't like this
2
woods.
o'clock in the afternoon.
It's just like those guys from high public. Whenever you're not looking.
I don't like these woods. It's really cold out here.
As you guys reach, go ahead and clear the map and clear the encounter I had hidden that you guys did not successfully.
Oh, you mean we successfully avoided.
There. We'll say you guys are more back here in the tree and wood line. This way, and here's the winery. And surrounding the winery is about 60 of these different tree creatures.
Holy fuck!
Just 60.
Thanks, Cindy.
No, that's the winery. If it wasn't the winery, I'd be like, this is where the trees fire, because the trees go.
So to the north of you, I'm sorry. You guys are there.
Don't break a minute.
We can take the ranger out.
The ranger is the ranger things and it's fucking straight up.
So stable, loading dock, or loading dock, stable. Well, outhouse.
Part of the fire orchard.
And there surrounding the whole thing is about 60 of these
This is shit.
different types of trees.
Start pulling them out.
Yeah, I want to see 60 minis around this house, man. I'm
No,
kidding.
Jesus.
I'm kidding. We'll be here for an hour while I put 60
She's-
minis on.
Trying not to bunch your ears up, but she's getting the hand ready.
Alright, so before we just rush in there, there is a hostage. So we need to think about how we're going to do this without possibly getting said hostage killed.
Sneaky kitty, wanna go look if there's any, like, windows?
You know, when you guys want me to sneak, it's really bad. But when I decide to sneak on my own, I'm gone.
I mean, okay, you don't have to sneak.
Let me make up
You can
the zone.
sneak. You don't have to sneak at all.
Yeah, it's with disadvantage because of my armor.
Sneak, but don't sneak. Sneak, but don't think you're sneaking. There we go.
I mean, I'm a short looking thing. I'm gonna say
I can throw you onto the roof.
I mean, that could work. I have a grappling hook too.
How high is that roof, by the way?
It's a two-story building,
So
so
high as shit.
Two stories is 20 feet. Well, 15.
I have 50-foot rope of hemp attached to my hammer. I can.
Yeah, I think they're human, so for their height size, it's probably gonna be like 15 feet in there.
Throw me.
But how are you gonna get past?
you guys are probably a good 80 feet
Yeah.
out
No.
in the vineyard.
To get close enough.
Which clear
We
is
can see.
Yeah,
in
it's a good
between
question.
us and the
There's rows of the grapes and quick as you would see a vineyard normally. There was just rows of bushels of grapes, of vines. There are a couple of trees there, standing there in kind of like a trough style.
Cat.
Set up for the vineyard are these hanging buckets that are used for these half barrels that are used for collecting the grapes. But as far as that goes, I
well,
mean, cover is limited.
everyone put their sneakers on.
She's barefoot, so.
Is it semi-dark out? Minus the fact
It's
that
2 o'clock.
it's
That's
It's 2 o'clock and it is. I mean, the skies are always the same. This cloudy.
But you said it's overcast and fog.
It's So
Can we get to the other sides of this building if we stay in the clearing or in the bushes? Like, could we see the entire way
Bushes?
around? Shut up. If we walk around like in the bushes.
walking around, you guys can probably get a layout of how it all
What is
looks
that? It's in my butt, whatever it is.
if you would like. That is totally up to you, but there are around this area, even I want to say no more than, so you guys are 80 feet, so 80 feet is where you see these little trees and bigger ones kind of walking or standing still to almost mimic trees, but you can see the slight twitching of them.
Gross, like inhaling electro.
Roll me a survival check.
Is this for the undead Fane Fae?
Yes and no.
So,
Roll me a nature. First, roll me a nature.
okay. Oh, I was gonna say it's survival. It's
Yeah, but it's
okay. Again, it's same thing. Straight roller advantage. That's why I was asking. You should let me go with fucking survival.
nature.
That's a 4.
You see
He
a
knows that it's a tree. Is it breathing?
No,
I don't
well-
fucking know.
Even with that, with the 4, I mean, trees, plants, stuff like that do not have eyes. They have a depict of what looks like a face when you guys fought these twigs, but not. There were no eyes. They were just blank sockets.
They're ints.
So maybe they don't really need. They're not ants. They don't need to rely on physical sight.
More, see, that goes with the plan that I had. Let's, see, let's try to get a better layout of this place. Look around on the sides, see if there's a gap in these people anywhere.
Is that perception check?
And figure
Well,
out.
okay, how are you doing this? For one, because if you're trying, you're actually, if you're trying to walk around the whole perimeter without being seen, that's going to require several different roles. If you want to get a full, if you want to get a full layout of the outside of the building,
by sticking to like the.
See, I
by
don't
sticking
trust.
away from these things and avoiding them, is
I don't trust
require
that because
several roles.
I'm at a disadvantage with that stuff. Unless the Z was like, well,
Hands it to me and I'm just
Bag of holding.
make a cat. Right?
Okay.
Just your boots, working boots.
So,
No, completely naked.
so, is there a spot that you see or any of us see? There's a good entrance way quickly. Because I do have a slight idea.
Well, there's still the tree line and entering into the clearing. Could easily climb one of the trees.
That'd be investigation to see what. As far as a vantage point.
Perception.
Well, hold on. You guys trying to determine what a safe path would be to get to a point?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, from where you are now, that's a survival check. Not with advantage. Straight survival check.
Yeah, 21.
With that, you can probably guess that there maybe, if you tiptoe and sneak, there is a route that you can probably map out that can get you probably to either the stable or the loading dock, which will be these 2 locations over here.
If I don't have any branches, but I still have another head and I just melted on.
Which one seems more stable?
You know he's going to go with horses.
The route would either take you, or the route would take you to those locations. Your safer route would be from the stables to the loading dock, so all the way over here, because there are doors. So if you can hurry up, get in there, open the doors, and hide out. So
Should I get on a horse? Instead of ride on said horse.
you don't know if there's any horses even in there because everything's shut.
But with our hopes.
It's his dream. He just wants a horse.
I
How long have they red lights? So we can set myself right now.
You don't wear a horse.
A werehorse?
I don't wear a horse, you know.
I'll wear it, not wear it.
Oh, man.
We're like, I know where I am.
Whoa.
They'd be like, nay, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't wear a horse. Okay, so who has anything in their bags that we don't care about? That cause a distraction.
I'm a distraction.
Awesome, Brown.
Oh, hang on.
Awesome to the wood line. We're going to go investigate what it is.
We haven't yet talked on the attack on.
I'm just
Set
keep
fire
running.
to the rain.
We're not.
I mean, how long does it take for a finger to grow back?
A finger?
Oh,
A vineyard.
A vineyard? Well,
Definitely sound like you said finger.
yeah. You have no idea how long. it
That's
would
the
take.
thing. Normally things will grow back from the ashes, so if she burns the vineyard for a distraction, you're like kidding, do your shit.
Safe.
No.
I mean, it is kind of.
Ooh. What makes sound?
Oh,
Glass. No. You know what makes sound? Glass. You throw glass far enough at a tree in the distance and
I have to get close enough to use any of the. I always struggle saying that word.
I have it in file.
we do.
Thaumaturgy?
Press.
Prestidigitation.
Man, that would be. I didn't even think that a spell that I can learn is not
And Frank, forest fires happen all the time during rainstorms.
Listen,
This is a very light drizzle, you said.
Yes.
Chat wants to say something.
She's holding a
Alright,
glass
let it do
bottle.
it. It's been a while.
I mean,
He's been very well behaved. Let the cat something on fire. Okay.
or you can just like hit the furthest away tree person, and then as he's running away on fire, they're like, "What?" But no, seriously, I got a glass bottle. Let me throw it in a far distance. What? Breaking sound. Glass.
Torch. Plus oil flask.
What's the closest we can get to one of those tree folks? When we get directly behind it, please walk up quietly enough.
What? Fucking tie the oil with torch?
Set the oil down right by it. Blow off it. I have a crossbow.
You can wrap some cloth on it, oil, and then just.
The spear.
But you have to launch either a flaming arrow, and they can see where it's coming from.
No, that's why you throw the glass bottle one direction, so they look that way, and then I shoot this guy over here and set him ablaze.
Or I can sneak up behind it on tiny and quiet, and don't have shoes. Well, you don't have shoes either, do you?
I have winged boots.
You're a robot. You don't wear clothes.
Well, what's the plan? I just wonder if what gives you a present? Let him burst somebody in the flames.
Let's set up the cat. Set something on fire.
Shut up, little gremlin.
He's been well behaved lately.
Not
It's been a while since he's punched anything.
So-
or
So he's a
set anything on fire.
pyromaniac with a long history of violence.
He hits kids and burns buildings.
He hits kids and tries to set them on fire.
He punches. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Go sleep, go sleep, go
Punches
sleep, go
children.
sleep.
Just like flame burn, motherfucker. Burn, motherfucker. Burn,
I mean,
motherfucker.
if you guys want to get more of
Let's burn this bastard to the ground.
Here out of range.
So I was watching wrestling the other day, and Edge came out with Ramon and Monster.
Nice.
I was like, sick.
One's in the outhouse.
So I was that fellow wrestling out here, just chilling in the outhouse, going, hey, shit's gonna happen. I'll be off.
Look, you got a bunch of creatures with us.
He's in the outhouse now.
Chocolate milk probably was the best of ideas.
Huh?
Chocolate milk probably was the best of ideas.
Dinner was not the best idea.
Well,
So it looks like when you're looking out here past the distance is if you can sneak without problem for only.
Ah! I see lightning, you gonna freak the fuck out. I mean, the fudge out.
Well, we can beeline that way.
Now, is there any vegetation between those two rows?
Like
Like-
high grass.
Like
or
right
anything.
now?
I mean, yeah, there's.
Like the vineyard trees and shit?
Well, no, there is a trail for the loading dock to load up the horses and that wagon, the barrels, and go. So there's nothing blocking that way other than a road. that leads up.
I mean, I could do something really, really, really,
Let
really.
me just start firing one.
From what?
Wherever you guys want to plan, if you guys want to plan something, I'm just gonna go run like a crazy person and make a case. Not gonna be smart, but at least you guys get in.
I mean, at least one of us needs to be heading inside to try and check for the hostage.
If there's this one outside, I guarantee there's a couple.
I'm not in a couple. What are we gonna do?
Close doors, I can take them on.
Fire, sound, make them go. I don't mean they might not even go off with just the sound, like. And if someone catches on fire, a few of them might go, but that's immediate. So we gotta. Mr. Jeffrey leaves it here.
Shoot a few missiles in and take a few out, maybe.
I don't think you have a pocket ballista.
I mean, from what I remember, we didn't have too much life to it.
Saying we're on battle wall.
Yeah,
saying
they've got
they don't circle us.
numbers. That's the issue.
We don't get a lot of health, so if they take 5 or 10 points each person swing, we're dead.
So how about we try some like
There are about 7 of the these little ones that you see, and then there are 1, 2. There are another 7.
Twigs? Not twigs.
Well, twigs, and then some that are a little bigger.
Like bigger.
why don't we try some like
King.
Assassin's Creed stuff where we're sneaking up and
Like, okay, so yes, is what you guys encountered. The other ones are
Ingrid.
Oh, they're more humanist looking. Don't screw the trees.
Look, we know you have a thing for wood.
And they do have interesting looking balls.
All right, I'm just walking out. I don't want to kill myself.
She's so dramatic.
I mean, you've done it to yourself.
All right, decision time.
Fire, log, flame, run.
3 this way, and a whole shitload that way. Which one are you trying to
Shit
run?
away from that way.
Yeah. And if they're watching,
Well, you come over there
sneak this way and block it out.
because there's no more here.
there are about 60 surrounding the whole thing in total. That's just for
surrounded plus whatever.
plus whatever's inside.
What if where we're at right now, if you do your
I gotta be
No,
within,
she said that like to him, like in the ear, like.
I gotta be within 10 feet of this. That's the only reason I'm gonna do this.
Just give me the fucking torch and oil, and I'll set it in place here.
hey, you guys do whatever you want. I'm just asking. We'll almost be too much.
Got time together.
How we got time to get this?
Bro. Tie the oil.
Oh, they should tie them together. I was like, what are we 6 into the trees and go pull?
Well, we don't.
Time up, time up, time up, time up.
Wait, I have to help this. I try to make help this one.
In the rain.
Fucking hide under a tree.
You can hide under a tree, turns out to be one of them.
Doesn't it takes a little
Don't mind
while
me,
to
I'm just
create
trying to set you on fire, bro.
stuff like that.
Okay.
So the thing is, you convert it into copper pieces, and that's how many hours it takes to create 1 vial. It's not a quick fix type ordeal to hurry up and throw together, because when this thing becomes airborne, alchemists fire ignites.
Right, I know.
So making it outside will probably be a bad idea, with there being a light breeze and rain.
Hey,
Previous campaign, Alberix did it.
question. Anyone go with frisbee?
My size of shield would be.
Hey, look, frisbee.
So I'm gonna get my crossbow out. I'm gonna start fashioning a piece of fucking work it. Well, not rope, but like cloth.
I do.
Like try to shoot, light it on fire and try to shoot the.
Well, it's raining.
Better be best damn shot of your fucking life.
If not, you're fucked. We're fucked. Everyone's fucked. There's trees that
Where it lands,
Now you see where it lands.
with my eyeballs.
It's raining and it's slightly dark, and it might land somewhere in the grass. And
There's a slight fog amidst the rain.
Okay.
Should hit the air, but
Just cast fireball.
yeah. That's a decent idea.
Yeah, if you want to sound the alarm and have them all come after you, be my
Well,
guest.
whatever this is nice.
something that takes down and you can. It's not good for work. I can run. I mean, if I die, at least you guys make it through. So where no one's coming up with anything, I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna start running like a crazy person. I have blast and I have a shield. You know, I throw something, you have a frisbee, and something makes you really like
So I look at you as you're talking, take the glass, and I literally just lob it as far as I possibly can.
where?
That way.
That way.
That way.
Like, just somewhere, because if you land it in the grass, just go boom.
No, I'm gonna lob it at one of the tree people. Preferably the one that looks like Mennonite.
Okay.
That would be what athletics acrobatics.
This is a dex check to throw.
So as he's throwing, maybe ready to run on the outskirts.
Oh, she's not on her shoulder. She's short.
So the stables.
You guys are beelining, correct?
If they start like going, we'll be letting it. Because if they don't, we just start going, hey, look at this. They're like, oh, hey, look at that. Oh, that's
21.
Okay, and you're lobbing it where generally?
This one?
Yeah, no, the one looks like Mennonite.
Okay.
Kind of smash him in the face with it so it shatters.
Last behind.
Okay, the part of it being foggy obscures your vision.
Alright. Want to roll again? Just the
Disadvantage.
17 plus 2, so 19.
So what's the? Let's say 19.
Because the first one was a 19 plus 2.
Last one.
Maybe we'll flip.
We'll
Last bubble, is that the
say
size of like a fucking like a wine bottle? Or is
Like
it
a
just
flask.
Okay.
like a flask. The bottle will land generally
Oh, damn.
there.
Just tumble.
Get their attention.
Probably the one beside left one.
That will come over. That will come over. That will come over. That will come over. This
What's
will
that?
go over here.
Great, they're looking that way. They're looking this way.
I take a flask, a glass vial out of my pocket, and I do the exact same thing, but over here.
Roll with disadvantage.
17.
And you cause them to go over there. Yep. And are you guys completely
Running to the stables.
beelining?
We're gonna try quietly do like
We're gonna be
There's
on.
no quietly
I know.
beelining. You can't quietly run because it's gonna go cling, 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 cling.
Yeah.
We're gonna tiptoe through the tulips.
You both are clanky and
So are we stealthing or are we?
I say we should probably stealth.
Yeah.
Okay, so stealth is at half speed of your movement. If you're being careful. So I need stealth check.
Doesn't group get advantage for stealth checks? Correct.
Who?
Last campaign when we did a group stealth,
No, that's because somebody had pass without trace off,
Oh,
which gave you +10 to your roll.
okay.
Don't you have like freaking angel step or something?
Oh, Misty.
You could do that.
All right, so everybody else is gonna run. I'm gonna Misty step all the way over there.
How many more spell slots do you have of Misty Step? Because you did use it last battle.
Yeah, I did. So Misty step.
You guys, there was a rage that was used. You used the cantrips
Yeah.
more than anything, but I know you used a couple spells, especially with the Were Raven of Lesser Restoration and Cure Wounds. So I know you use spells. That's why you guys are supposed to keep track of shit.
Maybe not. It was just an idea.
Yum
I'm sorry, I should have came up with before we threw random bottles at people.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the Misty step then.
Okay, so are we tiptoeing?
Get down there, fucking do it.
So stealth checks.
I got it. 22.
With disadvantage, they're both 13, so 16.
Okay.
If anything, she's
So
literally like,
that would put you guys, whatever your line wants to be, probably about right. How we doing this? Who's going first?
she's gonna like, if there's sound, she's gonna like hunker them dissolve because she's short. Scare herself and her brother.
Just
I looked over here. I was like, wait a minute, we're running into somebody.
be talking on my back.
Okay, so I'm gonna need a stealth check. To the next leg of this.
18.
17.
You guys get to the door. And then no, it is shut. But then push these ones. We're starting to
Get back to their spots.
Listen.
no, meaning more like they are noticing you and they are coming.
All right, so get in the door.
Close it.
Somebody bailed. So,
If there's a way, if there's something in here that can touch us, maybe let.
Okay, as you guys open it up, you guys do hear this not in those rooms. You guys ain't there yet. You guys are in that little walkway right there.
Look for you.
So as you guys slide open one of the or open up one of you guys open up one or both.
one.
Okay, so as you're cracking open one just to get through, these things are starting to come a little closer to you. And behind you, you hear the neighing of 2 draft horses.
Okay, well, I want to look at Z and go, shut the hurry.
Walk it.
Slam.
And I'm going to take my immovable rod and put it in between the doors.
Okay. So as you take it, you there, and there's a little button that you press, and you just see it go, and it's locked in. As you see, as you set it in there and hit it, you just see this.
And I'm gonna look at everybody and go, please remind me of that.
If we come back this way, sure.
And you start to hear the as you go.
No, Tom. No, Tom.
As you're trying to, and this door is not budging.
I'm looking at.
Sorry, no, Steve.
I'm sitting my tongue out the door like, yeah.
Charlie and horses, do you see anything?
And him drooling.
There are 2 stables. Each stable holds 1 horse. You see kind of a draft horse, so they're almost like Clydesdales. They have the blinders and reins attached. Look like they would be a draft horse.
Draft horses are actually bigger than Clydesdales.
Okay, so
Draft
these
horses are fucking terrifying.
okay, so these massive horses that are outfitted with reins and attachments to looks like to connect to possibly the wagon that is next door to haul this wagon.
How next door is this next door wagon? Like, can we
Like,
see it?
nope. I mean, as you guys are approaching, there is that loading dock that you're passing while reaching these stables.
We lock
So-
yourselves in the stables.
It's like an open area, and you guys put yourselves in the stables and shut the door, and it's surrounded by walls.
Oh,
So,
we fucked
unless,
up.
so unless you are breaking or you're gonna fight your way through.
With stables, there's sometimes usually a little.
Loft? No.
Actually, so I think we don't feel horrible.
That sounds like that's what I was actually thinking. That's a fantastic idea. Okay. Can I squeeze past the horses?
I mean, it's a stable.
Okay.
So this is one. I mean, you.
It's one gigantic room with two divided things that have two different.
Right. I know what stables are.
Yeah.
You know.
So I mean, there are 15 by 10.
Okay. I want to get in the middle, the dividing wall.
It's goes straight up. It doesn't really.
There's usually gaps for the horses to.
So you take one and I take the other and shoot off in different directions.
Nah.
Split the party.
Claws in the fucking rumps. Flanks, whatever the fuck you want to call
I mean, sure, you want to sneak into it looking like a fucking predator ready to kill a horse
Burns buildings.
that don't
Smash
know
children.
you. Go right to fucking.
Claws the fuck out of.
them. That's what I'm saying. Get
A draft horse can kick.
dividing wall above their kicks.
Yeah, but it's not a dividing full stuff.
So they obviously still have they're still in their pen.
I'm going to walk up to the horse on the right side, let's say, and try to.
Oh, here's a friend of jail.
Okay, do you have handle animal?
I have the option here. But I'm going to
It's not trained. Oh, you can give me a roll.
15.
I mean, you don't really have any type of motion other than looking like a rabbit. So there's no
Hello.
there's no really no emotion to add that calming look while you're trying to. So I mean, up to there, as you're up there and you kind of start to reach your hand there, you're starting to back away and grunt a little bit. You get up to probably to the head and put your hand out, and its nose kind of meets you. It's like
Bites the shit out of it.
Hurts its own-
Civinak has lost a finger.
Actually, it hurts.
so. No, he's technically in the process of calming in order
Should I try?
to get into it.
Are there any apples or anything? Any kind of thing?
Wow, that's actually really good. That's a 19 on it.
You're trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, the one on the left.
Okay.
I'm too scared. Stop fucking trying to take the horse.
I don't think I'd be doing any better, shark teeth.
And yeah, one of my traits is I'd rather be with animals than people. So
Right. So up to it, it's starting to get a little spooked there and be a little prancy. But you kind of talk to it a little bit, and it starts to calm down. Still, they're both still unwary of you, but to them, you don't see them like a threat at the moment.
Hey, gentlemen, so what is the plan here?
Thinking if we can get on these horses, we ride out positive distraction and take advantage of these people.
well, that's not combat, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I have the lance. I'm ready for the shit. I've been ready for this. I've been waiting
ready
for
to
this
joust.
all. I'm ready to joust. Like, I've been waiting for this opportunity.
I mean, are you guys seriously trying to mount and split the party?
And we can jump on the back. Have two different weapons swinging at once. Right, so then.
I guess I ride with the kid.
I mean, they do not have saddles
You gotta ride.
Bareback.
because they're not meant for riding. They're meant for
Well,
pulling.
I'm a robot.
I mean,
so
they're
my
big
groins
enough.
aren't gonna hurt, and she's so her groins aren't gonna hurt. We'll be alright.
Okay.
Oh, you're not wrong. You're not.
So you guys are mountain.
You said we can't get to this wagon, correct?
I mean, you can, but it has to be from the outside.
Just take it all to the
What
road.
kind of
You
wall?
just stay off the
Is it
horse anyway.
wood?
Trace. None of us locked in now.
Damn.
19. Right, no, sorry,
We'll
20.
have to do it again.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
19 plus 1.
So you are trying to mount it.
Yes.
Yeah, dirty 20.
Okay. So able to successfully go on the horse.
Good horse. Good horse.
Right behind the ears.
Good horse.
Right behind the ears. Good horse. It's huge.
Okay. And
Side horses. Horse hot.
okay.
Looks like.
You guys are on the horses.
I'm not.
No, she's got to pull the
I have
ride.
to pull the rod. So I'm going to be left with him.
You're gonna try to jump on the horse on the way out.
I was holding my hand down and trying to swing as we're going through.
I'm just trying to figure out why we're mounting horses. To
Well, can we smash a hole through the wall in this place?
I mean,
I
you can
thought about that. You
attempt.
said stone, so I
It
mean,
is
I tried.
stone. It is going to be.
I was just
if we-
thinking of one
If
of
we
us.
give up, we're going to fight 60 fucking things. There's no way in hell.
You could break a hole through one of the walls and be
Right.
surrounded
I
still.
was thinking about taking off myself to try and.
But I don't want to give it away. But I'm thinking, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship. When the ring raids get to the Promising Pound, what happens?
No, I haven't watched Lord of the Rings. Like I legit
It's been
haven't
years,
watched it
you
in
know,
years.
you know, actually, yeah, decide. Wasn't
Because no, the ring raids get to the hotel, they're in a different building.
unpopular.
Because they try to stab the bed
Unpopular.
and then they all stand at once and just
the
but they pull the blankets, they let out their shrieks because it's the wrong one, and they're watching across the way from where they would have been and weren't there.
Right.
I agree.
But you're missing the other part of that.
She doesn't really like it. Want to show us what it. I was just confused myself as a distraction. I did go with the way into the next one.
I'm trying to do the time they want me to do.
Yeah, it seems pretty similar to what we were just talking about.
Right, but why ride them when they can just trample in a straight line scared?
Also, Wanda, that was like the longest part I've ever had in my history.
I was thinking the same.
Remember that
exact thing
scene?
before.
From what?
Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Smack the ashes of the horse and let them fly.
Guys, I'm still trying to figure out why in the hell are we mounting when you could pull the Lord of the Rings, Prancing Pony, when the ring raids just trampled the fucking gate down.
I guess just sit on the
That's
horse.
what I was saying.
But you guys were mounting. That's what I was trying to figure out.
No, I was saying the dividing wall, because usually in stables, the dividing wall still has space in between for the horses to see each other.
Okay.
Get between it, claws out,
That's what
pinprick their freaking
Get
flanks.
them to freak out.
They bust through the doors.
With Noella dead smack in the fucking
Yeah,
middle.
shit happens.
Move.
Just pull the rod real quick. All right, yeah.
I'm not saying like do it all, move the rod, get out of the way.
All right, so I'm going to move the rod.
So are we going to rewind this? before-
Yeah, we're rewinding this. This is starting to get fucking irritating. Moving the rod, going up the rod, hitting the button.
Okay, you see it go.
And then I'm gonna fucking hit to the left.
Everybody out of the way. Zero's getting on the fucking dividing wall
Okay.
on the flanks.
I just did
Roll a general.
Daunting war.
Okay.
Roar.
As they are spooked and are running forward. With the door, or are you?
I mean,
pushing?
you guys are there. You can pull the doors open.
I'm moving my rod and jumping to the side.
They're not sure. They've been trying to pull the door open. They're doing it themselves.
So as soon as the rod disengages, the door are moving open by these tree things, and these horses just, and you just see them, some get trampled and dislodged. That gives you a moment of opportunity to get out.
All right, so it's over there.
So we're in this area now.
Into the loading dock. On this side are stairs. So yeah, so going up there are stairs. Parked in the loading dock is a wagon with 3 barrels set in braces on a bed. A raised wooden walkway runs along the west, south, and east walls. Through a hole in the ceiling, you see a wooden arm of a loading crane with ropes and hooks dangling from it. And you see, as you guys are coming up there, on the barrels, or on the wagon, you see these barrels, and you see purple number 3. So purple grape mesh number 3.
How flammable is the alcohol?
You guys never tried it, so I wouldn't know. You really want to set fire to another building
I was going to say push the wagon out while it's on fire.
with a hostage inside. This is a repeat of Bone Grinder.
Okay.
So,
This is a heavy wagon. Very
It's like
sturdy, and it takes 2 draft horses to pull it.
We got 3. Oh, 2.5 minutes.
I was watching it earlier. All right, so is there steps or anything to lead anywhere else?
Leading, okay, so when you guys come up the steps along the, going down the west wall to the south, there are a set of door on each. One going this way, one going this way.
Straight or right?
I mean, straight or right.
Right.
Shut up, Gremlin.
Perception check. Listening for anything inside the house.
Okay.
Look at you using your wee brain.
18.
You hear somewhat of a female voice speaking in a tongue you don't understand.
Can I discern where it's coming from? Discern.
And you're hearing, well, you're hearing the twig creatures kind of crackle and form some form of communication.
Definitely go right.
Go right.
So as we proceed to go right, Zero is going to draw a sword, command it to go completely dark. It's a moon touch sword.
Right. What do you mean go dark?
No, wait a minute.
Okay, so you're not activating it.
As soon as it's drawn, it activates. That's what I get from the description of it.
No, you can activate it.
Okay, so it's not going to be activated and perform the blood malefactor.
Okay.
Camera will open hands do.
As you come into here, the rich smell of fermenting wine fills this large two-story chamber, which is dominated by 4 enormous wooden casks, each one 8 feet wide and 12 feet tall. A wooden staircase in the center of the room climbs to a 10-foot high wooden balcony that clings to the south wall, which has 4 windows set into it at balcony level. Stacked against the wall underneath the balcony are old, empty barrels with the wizards of wine burned into their sides. The balcony climbs another 5 feet as it continues along the west and east walls, ending at the doors leading to the winery's upper level. Underneath these side balconies are several doors, from which hang open. Beneath the sloping roof stretch thick rafters, upon which scores of ravens have quietly gathered. They watch you with great interest.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up at him like,
Once it's dark in here, I'm assuming. Just from what little light's filtering through.
Correct.
well, I have dark vision, so
In here,
You have dark vision? Okay.
the balcony creaks, drawing your eye to a wide-looking figure hunched over the southernmost cask. Pouring a flask of a thick syrup into it. This figure is wearing a gown made of animal skins and a headdress with goat horns.
that's sick.
The hair is long and unkempt. Suddenly, you see something skittering across the floor. Looks like a tiny creature made of twigs. It moves from its hiding place under the stairs and disappears.
Don't come here. That seems to be another druid. And if that's the case, either I'm gonna go near it, retrieve it, or I'm going to help us.
Is he looking away from us?
No, you see that it doesn't notice you, this figure up top, but you can see it pouring some type of thick liquid into a cask.
Maybe wait for barrels. Stay away from its stainless blind side.
21 stuff. So I was at
And what are you doing?
Roll a stealth.
Well, what are you doing? You can't just automatically roll a stealth and assume
Trying
what
to
you're
get-
doing.
Sneaking up behind it.
It's up on top of the balcony.
Yeah, this is
It's
down
facing
below where
us.
the casks are.
We can see it pouring the freaking liquid.
This is the balcony pouring in. This is like down below. This is.
We're on the upper balcony, right?
No.
No,
No?
we're down below where the barrel.
Okay, trying to sneak up towards the
So right above you is the balcony.
Ooh, we can see
As
under it.
you're
Yeah.
underneath of it.
Yeah, that's what I
Let's
said. We
start
should
sneaking
barrel.
up.
underneath.
You saw-
I'm sorry, I
You
misunderstood.
saw a small twig-like creature from here go this way.
There's one go up the stairs, and we're trying to leave. them.
But where you are at right now, going in, like from right here, we kind of poke under and stick out, and you can see this figure pouring a liquid, and you drop back in.
So the little twig thing more than likely went up the steps to the top of the balcony.
Or underneath of it, or underneath of it, you don't know.
We can stealth around the barrels, or we could try to find a way.
21 trying to get underneath.
So Rudy's trying to stealth to the other side or up the steps.
You guys can go up the steps. 6'8" sword.
It's not far behind now. It's 10
Almost
foot
like
lance,
this.
so
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can go with me.
The boat just takes turns downstairs.
I think we need to.
Because you're thinking like you're able to pierce this wood like that with ease.
No, I'm just saying that's what
I think the best thing to do was to try to get up steps. Use this hammer rope over there. To tie his ass up.
You know, it's a heat.
It's
I mean,
Shim.
if I throw it
Shit.
the correct way, I could to where it would. But that's more of a this way than it is a going this
Is
way.
that the only other place that we can go? Is up the steps, or can we go to a completely different room?
You guys heard the description. There are several doors around this back part. There is a door. There's the door here. There are this path, this path. You guys haven't come over here to see.
Stairs going up.
If you guys haven't come this way, so you have no idea.
I think if anything, we need to sneak around, obviously, but try not to like go stabby just yet. Keep your weapons out. Be ready for anything. But I think we need to just establish what's going on. If we find any doorways, like he's done. Maybe assess and find out where this guy is.
What's the rest of this one room's in?
We'll go to the next room right here and just keep through
Sure.
stuff.
Does my stealth roll still hold up or no? So 21, I guess we'll go to the next one.
One.
Okay, so you would be going into. Are you guys following suit? Yeah. So stealth roll for you guys.
17. Okay.
So rows of new barrels fill this room. A narrow stone. So a narrow staircase spirals upward in the southwest corner.
Yes, it's just a shitload of barrels in there.
This looks to be some type of storage.
And then there's the staircase that spirals upward.
And then there are there are a double set of doors that go this way.
So I'll go to the little seven doors over that way. I'm listening with my ear holes.
Okay.
To see if I hear anything.
I swear to God, I rolled a fucking 30 on perception because I could smell your fucking cucumber lime Gatorade.
So it would be what, Frank, a perception, correct? Or no,
Perception, correct, yes. You are listening. Correct.
Correction, perception. Corrections.
And no offense, but you smell like the kitchen still.
17, sir.
You don't hear anything.
Don't hear anything?
Nope.
We'll look back and see and everybody else do it. I'm here.
Open up the door and see what's inside the little door.
Peeking through the door. You gotta open it very, very slowly.
Okay.
Man gets eaten. The door's a minute. Ah!
Hey, that's not what
Roll
you're
initiative.
before.
Give me a dex check
I'll show you.
or a sleight of hand check to open this door quietly.
17.
I was going to say roll with advantage. I'll help you.
All right. 17.
Push it, you kind of hear it creak a little bit,
Oh shit.
and then you stop, listen, don't hear anything, and
Should have rolled those.
kind of finish pushing it all the way. Strips of iron and wood lie in a neat pile on the floor that looks to be a workshop. The walls of which are lined with tools. 2 work tables stand against the east wall.
Can we do a perception to look around the room and see if there's any
Trust maker.
fuckery?
I mean, you can get a perception if you wish to look around the room, yes.
Uh,
41.
Seeing all these tools and stuff kind of put together that this is where the barrels are made, and the door leading out would be to outside. You see that there is, it looks like it's barred,
Yeah, I don't want to get that one.
so it's locked from the inside.
Probably for a good reason.
All right, so go left. Yes, right. Don't have a place to go.
So you're going back into the
No,
storage
we were in the
room.
room with the 3 things. And
Okay,
there's
no,
a spot
you
on the
can't-
left.
You came into here,
Yeah.
right? And there are piles.
Holy fuck.
You got your bed.
Guys, kill us.
There are piles of iron and wood. So like they make this is where they make barrels. Here is the barge thing, and there's nothing else.
So there's nothing, there's not a door in front of us?
It's a closed off area.
Is there a door to the left of us?
You have to go. Yeah, the room you came into. I mean, that's it.
Go back this way and towards.
And there's a spiral.
Is the spiral staircase big enough for me to go up? Or not?
Yes.
Yeah, there's. You only have to be crouching and sideways. You go Goliath of the cat.
I'm going to slowly sneak up said spiral staircase.
Okay. Spell.
I was like looking at you like, what do you want me to do, Franklin? 17 again? Man, 17.
Oh, man. Well, it's not what I want. I wanted it this way, where this leads over.
Cool. Yeah, we like to put things in our area. Fuck us, we're assholes. Piece of shit.
Spiral staircase is up there.
Oh, that's not me.
Is the figure still here?
Yes.
Well, it's kind of hard to reach mine to you, frankly.
I'm just gonna put this here because she is the only one going up the stairs at the moment.
What the fuck do you want us to do? This is ready to do the hula? Wow!
Okay. Coming up here,
Oh, awesome.
you see a hallway and rows of doors on will be the north side.
Stores.
Okay. Can I roll a perception to listen around for any loud bangs, booms, pops, creepy smellies,
Parts.
somebody fart, cat shit in the bucket? My perception is only going to be a 12.
A tweer?
Three.
Tweer. Or the place to the ground.
5 minutes.
Got 5 minutes.
Off in the distance, you do hear the sound of
They can rebuild later.
like almost sounds like slop
Yep.
And one faint whisper of a language you don't understand.
I'm gonna look at everybody and go, I think it's clear, bitch.
Clank, 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 clank.
I think it's clear as boom, 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 boom. Ah.
She's gonna like skitter off the. You guys probably don't hear kids. You run up the stairs, your hands and feet just like that. She's gonna quietly like run up.
Said an accident.
Guys, I only have wheels.
If she runs up, it's just a.
My arch nemesis. Stairs. Oh no, stairs. My arch nemesis. 19 to stealth up the stairs. The other one was an at 20. $16 plus 3 or 20 plus 3?
20 plus 2.
That's gonna my D20.
21.
So, up the stairs, how you guys want to
Runs up
move?
the
Just
freaking cat.
use your characters to what you're feeling.
I'm walking to the next door, whatever it is, left, right, circle, fucking, or
Okay, so
right
the
trigger, I don't give a shit.
First door will be
Carport.
directly 5 feet ahead of you.
I'm gonna put my ear against it.
Or is parkouring up those stairs?
20.
Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Nothing to the stairs.
I'm walking into it, just kicking a bitch open. Just kidding.
Yeah, smart.
Okay.
Just gonna slowly walk in.
I went to
Walk
stealth away and
in,
start.
and in this room contains a rectangular table surrounded by 8 chairs, an L-shaped cupboard, and a floor-to-ceiling closet pantry. Next to the pantry is a small iron stove.
It's a rec room. Steal it.
Fills the room just because. Throws it in the bag of holding. Can I? Because I can.
It's not basic shapes in like elementary school, right? Curious.
We going with
I'm going in that bitch, and I want a perception check stuff.
Literally going to investigate everything.
Pulling an Augustus.
Okay.
But it's 10, so I know this is some stuff in here.
Peeking around this room and looking inside and opening up these cupboards, you see piles of looks like dishware and utensils.
Oh, look, plates and forks.
21.
Look.
You know this is
Investigation.
actually square.
Nothing noteworthy in this room.
It's the same.
Just because one person looks for it, another person looks for it, the DC is a little higher.
It goes in the
They're
square
skipper.
hole.
And I'm not looking for anything.
Hey, she's gonna go to.
Trying to go in the
Just
square
trying
hole.
to. He did a perception check.
Investigating, there's nothing of noteworthy.
You're gonna do a touch everything check.
She's gonna waddle over.
He listened to everything. I'll touch you.
W19. And there's more
Anything
WD-40.
useful.
There's no D4.
forks, knives, plates.
No,
A table.
nothing of noteworthy.
Chairs.
I didn't say worth anything useful.
A circle square table.
Throw a chair at the person over
Depends
there.
on what you
Besides
want.
of dishes and utensils used
You
for
trying to
eating.
catch your dinner later, or what are you doing?
Hey,
Trying to have a meal later? You know?
Maybe.
Shit.
We'll go with square. So we'll take one of the fish that I cooked recently out of the bag of holding and place it on the middle of the table. It's for no fucking reason, just because I want to.
Okay.
Think by the time they get back,
It'll
it's
be all
old,
fucked up.
pungent,
Yeah.
and smooshy.
Be all fuck you smelling.
W19. There's a door there, right? Not just an opening. So she's done with.
Did you realize that that you're not comparing this?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. I forgot about that. I'll be like fucking crows little down the table if I do that. So I'm going to not do that. I don't want to.
Smart.
I don't want to mess up my crow. Well, that's a bad thought. Oh,
Bob's, I get a cotton down sweater.
That
They
was
want-
awful, bro. It's like
Well,
3 pieces.
What? The one I fixed before.
You grip. Oh, that's good. Let's see what you're doing.
Anyway, this thing in nothing, but there is sound more.
To the east.
She's gonna attempt to like open the door, but she's gonna see if there's anything around it possibly.
Right. What are you looking for specifically?
Well, I don't think they can shut the door, so. Fuck it.
I wonder if this is how Carl felt after he ate
Try to do
the
it quietly.
Okay.
My stomach's just moving.
2 pairs of bunk beds occupy this room. Against the west wall rest 4 identical footlockers.
Oh, yeah, check
I
the
have
foot block.
weirdness. Swallow somebody.
Let's check the foot.
There's feet in here.
Oh, check the foot locker.
So that's
Oh,
what we
that's
call
a
a
foot.
Puts that in the bag as well.
On opening, when you open the door and you see the pairs of bunk beds, in here is also littered with a couple toys scattered around.
Oh, let's check it out.
I'm trying to read the way Raven's freaking.
I'm trying to
Burn it!
I'm trying to see if there's any like inclinations of like
Thank
a
you.
struggle with this.
One of these toys that catches your eye, though, resembles a child's like a wooden rocking horse, but this horse looks different.
Yablinski?
Should I not ride this list?
I'm gonna investigate it.
Depends on
see
how
if
you wanna
there's
ride
any,
that
like,
horse.
names putting on or anything, kind of thing.
We'll start opening up.
That's a 19 investigation.
Hey, look, the water. Hey, look at the water. There you go. Fuck with this one. She came all 3 times. I swear to God. You saw that too, right?
So checking the horse,
The same Oblinsky.
this horse is black with wild eyes and has painted orange flames where its mane, tail,
It's a nightmare.
and hooves should be.
It's a racing horse. It's got flames.
Carved into the wooden horse is the name Lucius,
Bless you.
and a smaller lettering directly under. The slogan is no fun, is no business.
Yay! My homie Blunsky.
Psst. Psst. That's a big condition.
That's flames on it.
She was the one who went in the room.
Oh, I was right to the bottom there.
That's
I was
everybody
checking
else
foot
went
locker.
into
He
it.
was checking foot lockers, but he kept going like this and checked
I
lockers.
rolled an 18 every time.
We look at foot lockers.
Yeah.
Opening the foot lockers, nothing of value is in
Skirting past going to the last one.
the last room.
Yes.
W20. So we're
Yeah, get D20.
The door is open on this one, slightly hangs open.
Good one, Scoop. He's in there hanging like a little turd.
You hear what looks to be ransacking.
Ooh. So it must be one counter. So would you like to say like
16 on investigation or perception?
Of looking in.
Yeah.
Preservation.
Oh, perfect. Oh, where did you think of that?
Sure.
Oh, they're so cute.
I forgot you had all that.
They're just little cute fellers.
Does it have a beak?
No, it's a donkey.
Oh, literally from here, like beside the mountain, it's like a beak.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm surprised you still have that.
Here.
Why is the donkey embarrassed
And
and
then
made an ass of himself?
You can give her fine tire. You can say
Listen, no, I don't swim that way.
More of those ant fucks.
oh,
Are they beating the shit out of somebody up there?
are you looking in? This chamber has a desk, a chair, and a tall wooden cabinet, and a strange contraption that takes up most of the northern end of the room. 3 creatures are here. One appears human, but is also caked with dirt and mud, and it's hard to know for sure what it is. The hair is full of twigs, and the face is hidden behind what looks to be a veil of moss. This figure is rooting through the contents of the cabinet and haphazardly tossing them onto the floor. Behind her stand 2 creatures made entirely out of dead vines.
What?
Hi-ho, silver. Over.
So the room of blaze and then turn it to the Charlie.
And
Okay.
You said the door's ajar.
Yeah, door's open.
Good.
listen, I've
Okay,
seen-
open and ajar are 2 different
I've
things.
seen a lot of doors
It
in my life.
hangs open.
I've done a lot of shit, but I've never seen one turn into a door. That shit drives me nuts. I fucking hate when somebody says, the door's the door over there. No, the door's not fucking door. It's fucking door. It's halfway open. Shut up. I hate it. I don't know how to tell. Oh, I want to punch you out of my phone.
I'll do that.
I don't want to. Show it. Sadness. All right, so
Do something stupid.
you said there's 3 of them in there.
Yeah.
Which way does the door open? Does it open inward or outward?
It's pushed in.
Okay, so that's not that idea that I just had to tell you it works. What kind of handle is on this door? Regular twist handle, or is it like a
Well, Zero is the only one there.
Hey Z, what kind of handle is on this door? Oh, now turn and ask Frank.
We're still.
Well, that perception check. What's that door knob is on the door?
There is no doorknob.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's just a handle.
Okay. Well, with that, I'm fucking.
Is it a twisty handle? Or is it like a fucking basically what I'm saying is kind of wedge my damn thing in there.
That's what he said.
No. Because if Zero, you're peeking into it, these 2 dead blind creatures turn around.
Alright.
Oh,
Not much
I
longer.
was gonna say, let me roll a stealth. Fucking
Wait.
19.
You didn't
Operation.
roll high enough at all.
Okay, well.
Determine what. When I had you do your nature check, you didn't roll. You rolled what, a 4.
Yeah,
So
well, you should let me roll a fucking survival, Frank.
you, why? So what?
Are these walls stone too?
Cool. Good thing I drew my sword, right?
Me and you established. Did you say your weapon was drawn? Your weapon was drawn. You are the weapon.
You are the weapons back. Use the forks.
So that would be an initiative.
You're a fucking initiative. Initiative of being an awesome person. Don't kill us.
Oh, now I got 20.
It counts.
Wow.
You did even worse than I did.
I know. There's a 3. Mine wasn't, but with in there too.
Okay.
Alright, 25 20.
You heard.
25 20.
I know.
I still hold another
So who?
kidding.
20.
He goes first. Or not.
What's your initiative?
Around 16.
My initiative's +2, but we go by dexterity.
No, yeah, well, mine's +3.
Mine's +2.
Show me your
So
dex.
6.
Okay.
We already have. Me and you had a round up.
So 20. So 20 to 15.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Oh wait, we need to be not on lines. So here, there.
Why? We're
online.
recording, so we have to be one line.
Shush up. No, because we're in between squares.
First off, that's just like one tiny room. This is divided, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
15 to 10.
I got more.
I got a 13.
You got a 13.
Assuming like starting to coughing out hairballs now.
The cat is rubbed off on him.
And what did you have? An 11?
An 11.
Zior's been force feeding him fur while he's in sick.
Okay, so order would be Z, Havela, Dead Vines, Noella, Figure in Mud, Sivana.
Player one.
I'm not used to going first at all.
And you're the only one that's able to get in there right now unless I try to break down a stone wall.
And you haven't said a damn thing.
Hey, man.
Yep.
What do you mean I haven't said anything?
You see in there and these things turn around and starting
Well,
to
I mean, the conversation kept going and just.
unleashing forward. So it's your turn. What are you doing?
Hey, people, some shit.
Well, fuck, and he's going to reach in and slam the door shut.
Initiative ended. Whoa, whoa.
No more initiative. We just turn around and start walking away. Like I didn't
Wait.
see shit.
Initiative, it's like initiative ended.
I was gonna say, 'cause
It opens the
technically,
door. Initiative.
Just
moves
they
this
slammed the door,
way.
you died.
technically they haven't seen us, so.
But that would be how it would work. Like the initiative ends, they open the door, reroll initiative.
You just moo at us.
They went,
I really thought he went.
So if that's your action to shut the door, you're going to shut the door.
Good idea.
I mean, it gives me a chance to actually prepare. So, bonus action pop mutagen.
Hey, fucking chopper. Should we take like redo the thing and say that you're a drunk alcohol?
How many times can you pop a mutagen?
Did I pop a mutagen last
Yeah,
time?
you did.
Yes.
Okay, so it's still active.
Oh, geez, he's got puke all over his skin.
No, never mind. I had forgotten.
They just puke and make them
This time, do it on Noella or something.
not even want to be anywhere near it. They'll try and call themselves out the window.
Yes. You were there.
Thanks. I didn't have any fucking
What do you
clue.
want me to tell you? The door shut. Nothing on your bonus action.
I don't do that much for bonus actions except using the curse.
Okay.
But I have to make a strike for the curse to take effect.
Right. Okay, so that'll be the end of yours. So that'll be available.
I'm not letting go of the door.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna do anything. But you know, right? I'm sure. Is there someone up there?
Yes.
What was in there?
TJ is coming in and out of the door.
Oh, I was like, oh, it sounded like something just fell. Oh, that's what I was sorry. Sorry.
So you open the door, shut the door.
Yeah.
He's in his office.
I asked the question without realizing this was like, okay.
Okay.
Also, just put a hole through their wall and then tell them later I'm gonna repair it. That's my bricks up.
You can come out and like prepare with me. I've given us the.
Well, she poked out and says everything okay.
Alright, you know what? She's gonna hop up on your
She
shoulder.
didn't use fucking character voice.
No, I didn't use the character voice.
Okay.
Is everything okay? No, everything's not okay.
Some shit has gone down.
She's gonna hop up on your shoulder. And
He's
gonna,
like fucking white knuckle gripping the damn knob.
that's alright. She has her hammer on the rope, and she's gonna hold action. So if something comes through the door, she's like, wham, throw the hammer, pull it back. Use the athletics so it doesn't smack Zero in the face. And she pulls the hammer back. And
Sorry.
Ow.
yeah, she's gonna hold that action, so she'll just toss the hammer at them. If someone opens the door, I see.
Okay.
So it's kind of like holding the rope and the hammer. Right?
Okay. So
Got it.
at the ready, because the door opens, you are attacking.
I'm gonna throw the freaking hammer at the rope. Yeah. Whatever it's gonna get is gonna get decked in the face. And then if I try to pull a receive, I have to do an athletics, so I'm whack into the face. If I try to push it back.
So at the end of your turn, you are holding this door, and now you see vines creeping from underneath the door and encasing the door, and eventually it is reaching out towards you two. So I need strength saving throws.
17.
What'd you
38.
roll?
11 plus 6.
Oh.
For a saving throw, it's +6.
Yeah.
Yeah, his strength's are not.
My dex is a +6. My intelligence is a plus.
Oh, correction. I'm sorry.
For saving
I'm
throws?
It is not that. I looked just at the regular strength.
11 plus 6, 17.
Stupid high for 4th level character.
+4 was strength. Well, +2 on that
I know.
saving was +4. Yeah.
You are not restrained, but it is difficult terrain for the square you're on, the square behind it, and the square to the side.
That door's difficult.
And that is that one.
They do nothing because they are looking for something. They're keeping the door shut. They're keeping the door shut.
I
They're
know.
looking
I'm trying
for
to
something.
think of what these fucking do.
No, than the one giant vine person.
Don't
That'd be kind of cool.
This one will.
Wait, they can actually do that?
Yeah.
What?
No.
No, but if God says so, then it's going to happen.
They only get that. I'm trying to think of how this would work because fuck it. I think this would work. So yeah,
I call on you all the time, and you never answer, and no one says your name. And, you know, seriously, I hate people.
Hey, Google.
so I want to.
Hey, Google. Google. Wow,
What do you
that's
do?
a piece of shit.
Okay, Google.
These vines, okay. So out of this door, vines spurt out and attack you.
That hits.
For 5 points. You are encased in vines. So you're wrapped up.
Only for about 7 seconds.
Noella.
Here.
Before TikTok.
I'm going. I think there were 10 seconds. But I'm going to go up to Z and we'll look and go, what are we working with here?
As soon as you come out the door, you see patches of vine on the floor.
Okay, I see what we're working with here. And I'm going to cast.
You see that Z is covered in vines as it's grappled by
Cast Surge Order.
Okay.
Right in front of Z's feet. Start smacking shit out of it.
Well, he's like in it. So
Smacking Z.
okay.
Not really.
I mean,
I want to smack the ones that are reaching
Oh,
towards
Sean.
it can't be in an occupied space. Or it can't be in an occupied space. It has to be in an unoccupied space for spiritual life.
Okay, well, I'm going to cast it and put it from the side Z to the right.
So right beside him.
Yes. I thought it could be in an authorized space since it's non-fucking binary.
It's made of force. It's made of a.
So he forced me to
Yes.
Oh, I heard that.
Okay. And it is attacking said vines?
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and roll an attack.
Say, Dungeon Master smiles or he smirks. All that's good.
13 plus 3 to hit.
That's B hits.
Oh, should be hitting.
That's what be pointing.
6 points of damage.
Okay. Vines kind of recoil, but some are still attached to him. That they need? Okay.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Yeah. It's a child vine. There, set it on fire.
It's a vine that resembles a small child, so he's going to hurt it.
What are we doing?
It's, you want to know from over here. True. It's just a wee light vine. Just a wee vine. I'm just a fucking robot.
Oh my.
I hate you.
What on earth are you doing?
What the fuck are you talking about? A boot?
Boot.
A boot? Potatoes.
So
Potatoes.
need Constitution saving throw.
What'd you?
14. Potatoes.
Well, national
Hot taters.
Okay. So you each take 5 points of damage.
You were fasting? Or not fasting? I guess I didn't do.
Would have been 10 points of damage, but saved for half. So 5 points of damage. And you feel this force as a loud crack of thunder emanates from the door.
Underway. Pop them cheeks.
And the door is splintered open, but the vines are holding it in place.
So the door is technically not. I mean, if the door is gone, but the vines are there instead of the door, what should that mean?
It's kind of like holding it in place, like there is room to see through it in the gaps of the vines, but still
I see.
is the same ordeal. Sit back.
Step out here. And go this way. Let me know when y'all are done playing around. And we'll get to our next step here.
Okay.
See around those.
Really does not give a fuck.
There's not much I can do. I can't get to anything.
Okay. So top of the round, Z.
How much the doors left?
You're still around.
There's nothing left of the door. It's just vines are holding it in place at the moment.
So that they chose.
Shove them backwards.
Or you are technically grappled.
I'm going into them though. So
Then you are technically grappled. So meaning restrained, meaning can't move.
Right?
You have to work.
it's what in athletics. I thought contested grapple was athletics.
You're rolling an escape.
Okay. 23.
What are you rolling at?
Huh? 18 plus 5.
From what dex?
I thought it was either strength. You just said strength.
To escape.
21.
What are you adding?
Plus 3.
You have escape?
Who's it next to?
You're rolling an escape check.
There's not an escape skill anymore.
I know.
Who's it next to?
Because I don't know off the top of my head what escape check it is.
Literally,
That's either strength or dex, depending on which one's higher.
Escaping a grapple is a athletics or an acrobatics.
Whichever one's higher.
Whichever one you roll, technically whichever one.
Okay, so the athletics strength. If it's an athletics check, that's plus 7.
Okay.
So that's a 25.
So you break the grapple.
That's considered my action, right?
Yes.
I can't do anything.
Okay. How do they look?
Good look at Deborah. Alright, so why not? Let's get angry.
Fuck this thing up, because I'm about to.
She's gonna be nice.
Close quarters combat sucks, man.
Sure, let's try a new one. I got a 6 on my wild surge. Well, yeah. 6 is until your rage ends, you are surrounded by a multicolored protective light. You gain a +1 to your AC while within 10 feet. Your allies also gain that bonus.
Okay.
Within 10 feet, you gain a +1 to your AC.
By a prismatic light surrounding her.
She's a rainbow goblin.
Yeah. Okay.
No! Fuck you! You son of a bitch! Get out of here, you smelly bastard. Stop it.
Since we're close enough to the door, she's kind of gonna like
Oh, well, hello, Taylor.
swing at it
Okay.
and try to like break some of the vines and pop back up on the shoulder. Kind of like hit it, kick back up.
I mean, you can just like perch on my shoulders.
I am on your shoulders.
Yeah, we'll swing.
I just know how close we were to the door. Like we're like
He was
this,
holding
like,
the door handle, so.
Well then, yeah, she's gonna take a swing at the vines, see if
Okay.
she breaks them through, and then here's John it.
I was like, the bird was like,
I told you death was coming out of my colon.
24.
That's it.
It's right now. 24. That would have been the points to hit, so it's 18, 19, 22.
22 hits.
It's
I gotta tell you, pop my knuckle today, and whatever I did at
I
home else,
thought
I
you
can't
said something
shit about it.
else. Just no.
It felt so good.
I bet.
That'd be 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Does she make a hole? Here's the big one. As the prismatic light like comes through the door.
here's
the
the
big Like rar.
Okay.
Would commanding the sword be considered a free action?
There would be a.
Because it's speaking. Like how commanding Bahamas Justice to go up in flames is a free action.
Activating a magical weapon is considered an action,
Yes.
but it could be chopped up as a bonus action because you are speaking a command word.
Okay.
So it would be a bonus action to cause it to glow or shock. Okay. That's the end of hers. So the hole comes through. I will, I guess. So how about Otter Eagle?
Even.
Otter Big. I rolled that. Not 20.
I don't see it. I don't do it. Shut up, Frank. Let's see it.
Oh, what's gonna happen?
That's a 14, you liar.
It was right. It was right there. That is a nat 20. That's a critical. Luckily, you're enraged.
Well,
Yeah.
but that was a critical hit.
Breaks
I never
door,
did
you
that.
blind smacks me in the face, tries to knock me off you.
Here's a bit. Oh, Nick. That's basically what it's gonna be. She's gonna just, oh, she was like, here's a bit. Like, oh, dickhead.
I could. Fuck Jesus. Just.
Yeah, she just snarls like, ah.
The mental image of that is just retarded, stupid. So
Here's Sparkly.
Yeah, that would be more the mental image. She's looking through the doorway to bring those colors.
7 points. That's already ridiculous. And you are considered grappled by these bonds.
Oh no! I better grapple. She broke it.
The other one will go to you, since you guys are kind of like together. That's a dirty one.
You're ridiculous.
That's what hurt. 14.
That's right.
It stings a little bit.
And grappled as well.
No, that fucking hurts.
No,
Help me, bitch!
Nah, you're fine, good cat.
No, I'm hurting. Damn.
Look, what am I?
that is. No, I was just
Damn, Daniel.
So
You should have taken knee pads. I fucked him up.
and then that.
Yeah, they put him.
So I have a purple black tip line
We broke the table
in the
in
foyer.
the foyer.
A little round table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shattered.
That's an old table.
I shattered the center thing, and one of the legs is completely splintered.
And we broke the freaking
Movie rope.
Movie rope.
Sand flew. Yeah,
They weren't even mad about it.
No, they're like, holy fuck, go easy. What are you doing, Noella?
Okay, mad. What do you want?
It's your turn, dick.
I'm
Not
going
just
to-
smite you all of a sudden blind.
Yeah. What? I'm going to use my staff of healing
Okay.
and cast Cure Wounds.
Wounds.
My cast Cure Wounds on the Banville.
Kill wounds.
2 runes.
Moo moo.
What runes you casting on me?
Uh, 12, Jonathan.
Okay.
And then, can my search weapons see anything right now?
Well, your spiritual weapon can't see. You
I apologize for the smell.
You can command it to move.
Okay. Well,
But if you don't see it, you ain't. If you can't see
Oh, use
inside
my
the room,
movement
you
to
can't
move
move it.
I'll use my movement to move up.
Okay.
And then I'm going to peek around the little corner wall thing and picture shaker. And I want to tell my search weapons to go to the room.
We technically can't see into the room, so you don't know where to go.
Go through that hole.
So I
Swing
can't
blindly.
look through his legs. He has like 18 feet tall.
Hold on. You're poking. You're in that room.
Yeah.
You come up
You
and
can't poke
you
your head through his legs.
use a staff. So you're right there. Use the staff to touch him and heal him. You cannot see into that room because a big fucking cat is.
I was
even if-
thinking that I could literally just get down. Hey, look, there's some shit in there.
I mean, technically, you'd
Just
be
right
like,
between his legs.
hey, look, I see my weapon in his legs.
All right, well then I'm going to.
That's the bad part of close quarters combat. You can't really. It's not an open area to see anything.
Then the only thing I'm gonna do is heal him. That's it.
So with you two both being grappled, it should be fairly easy.
I really appreciate the fact you put that fade directly towards me after you just ripped your asshole apart.
I'm trying to want it that way.
Frank, oh God.
I
Yeah, these legends are
greatly
yeah,
appreciate
that's
that. Someone wasn't upset at all. Just feels so
why.
much better now.
Oh, that's all right, dude. Some guy in the den ripped one, and it was so bad I could taste it.
Lovely.
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel any better. It's going to sound super weird, but that smelled exactly like mine. So, whatever you had, I had too.
Oh, no.
See, the worst thing though is this guy did it in the cold.
Oh,
And I
it
could
lingers,
taste it.
it lingers so much longer every time it's cold. You know, I farted one time, and it was so cold outside that a cloud of like oof came out of my butt,
Okay.
and then I seen the
So-
smoke go in here. I was like, "Whoa."
Both.
We'll try to
That's
edit this part.
big.
Necessary to our gameplay for sure.
You're talking about
We're misfits.
You're such a lady.
You're just
You're
like,
such a
why?
lady.
In real life, I'm a 300-some pound fat guy. All right, I'm supposed to be talking about my
Flatulence.
Yeah, when I said flatulence or whatever.
Oh God. Okay.
So last 10 minutes of gameplay is just not going to exist.
Um.
Don't do that.
That'd be such a fucking mess, dude.
Ugh.
Because like you,
If you do it and I do it, he does it, then he'll do it, and then he'll
We're all
probably
doing
do
it.
it.
I hear something. Yeah, it's done.
It seems
What?
like,
That makes
seems like I just want to join in, you know.
He says if he
Everybody
throws
else
something,
runs around
then I do it.
everywhere. I'm around.
No,
You can't stand
it
being on
doesn't
people's
take
sick.
much of
You might
anything.
end up doing it. He'll be the last one. The
No.
viewers will be watching this
No.
because no one will hit
Between-
the pause button.
But
Whatever.
between other
Hope you're doing
people,
yourselves.
people I know who get sick all the time, as far as throwing up because they have a stomach issue, I am
I
perfectly
mean, I don't
okay.
really do it, but that would be the weirdest domino
Marina
effect.
does it
That's
all the
what.
time.
Oh, as soon as he would go blowing jokes, I'd be game over. I'd have a Chili's all over again, dude.
I'm probably not far behind.
Anywho,
So you do it, and it's just going to cause me to do it again.
No more.
No
Okay.
stomach, right?
Games, fighting, vines, and him saying
Oh, I'm so
stuff.
cold again.
okay.
And pork chop and cold.
So I need dexterity saving throws from Nuella, Shy, and Zior. The guy, you who are grappled have disadvantage.
Nat 20 plus 2.
You have disadvantage. Damn it. Yes. Those who are grappled have it at
Dirty 20.
disadvantage.
If it wasn't disadvantage, it'd be fucking 25. 21, Frank.
I'm sorry, those are Constitution saving throws. Those are Constitution saving.
18.
Okay, fucking 21.
22. Come on up a little bit.
Okay.
What?
He's just popping shots, man.
He's over there just fucking tooting away.
My gun's so fucked up, guys. I'm sorry.
Denver was here. He like, toot, toot.
Okay, so since you guys all pass it, you each take 5 points of damage.
You might want to let Bill down. He's gonna get across the
They
chair.
get 5. I get less than that because of rage.
Okay, fine.
That's already. Oh, you half the half, so you take
Mhm.
2.
No, you said 5 points of damage.
Yep. Z and Noella
Yeah,
take
go for it.
5.
You don't for
Avela takes
Yeah.
2. And then that would be Sylvester.
Go Silver, go Silver, go Silver.
Okay.
Something.
Yeah, quit that. Because you're gonna make me do it again.
Bubble, bubble, bubble. Gutsy, gutsy, gutsy.
With my missiles, since they're homing, like homing,
Uh-huh.
I don't have to be able to see these.
You have to have a line of sight on. You have to be able to see where they're coming from in order to use them to hit. Because you can't see a target that's hidden with your gaze.
It's all like more.
As long as you have a bead on them, whether it be a line or anything of that nature, you can do it.
Take off your head.
But you don't have a bead on
You're a robot. Take off your head and
Rips
throw
it
it.
off and just falls with the dead.
it. Not how that works.
I'm
Hey,
going
Augusta could've did
to hold Firebolt as an action in case anybody comes in.
That's Augustus.
In case an enemy burns it too.
Okay. So it's your line as far as this way goes, or are you still keeping your head on slow?
Yeah, I'm kind of like
Okay.
going both ways.
So as that stands, you're starting to hear pitter patter coming from the stairs.
Whatever you guys are doing, you might want to make it quick. You might have more company.
Can we take a break?
We're probably back.
Sure, we'll pause.
Be right
Pause,
back.
taking a
Come
break.
back.
See you in just a second.
Bye.
So should I